Hey everyone, it's Joe Sharp with Fathom Realty and SharpEyeForHomes.com. Thank you for joining. Today I wanted to go over some home maintenance tips for June 1st. This is the beginning of the unofficial beginning of the summer, and there's some things that you want to get taken care of right away. So I have on the screen here a list from Realtor.com that was written by Holly Amaya, June 1st, 2017. My list is a little bit different, but we're going to go through a little bit of both. I think the most important thing is to, start to enjoy the fine weather that's coming. Now, depending on where you are, I'm located in Michigan. It's just starting to get warm. We're having fluctuating temperatures of hot and cold, and there's some things you want to take care of now before it's consistently hot. Now, if you're in other areas of the country, you might have some different things that you need to do, but I try to boil it down to be as general as possible. So number one on my list is the time to take out those storm windows and the storm glass on your exterior doors, and replace them with screens if you have that option. Now, this is the perfect opportunity to check those screens as well for any rips or tears in them. Obviously, if they have rips or tears, you'll want to get that patched up or replaced as soon as possible. Otherwise, you run the risk of having bugs come in. So it's a great opportunity to do that. Number two, if you have an air conditioning unit, like a central AC, it's the great opportunity to take that, hopefully you're using a board on top, maybe a 3/4 inch piece of ply. I don't recommend putting a plastic or vinyl cover over the whole thing, because that can make it rust from the inside out. So hopefully you've just got that board on top with maybe a brick or something like that. Take that off of there. If you have turned your fuses out and upside down to make sure it doesn't get run accidentally, it's time to put them back in the correct way. And make sure that the area around it, if there's any weeds or any overgrowth, that it's all cleared out. You want that AC compressor to be, unobstructed. It's also a great time to do a test. If it's warm out, obviously you don't want to start running it if it's only 30 degrees or 40 degrees. Hey, if it's in Michigan, it's a possibility, right? So make sure it's over, about 55, 60 degrees out. And if it is, then turn it on. Run it for maybe, 15 minutes or so. Make sure it's blowing some cold air, and you don't want to wait until it's 90 degrees out in case there's a problem, right? Because every other HVAC company is going to be extremely busy when all those other people that do wait to test it find out that's not working and call them all at once. So good opportunity to do it at the beginning of the season. Now, my tip number 3 is different, of course, than this Realtor.com, because it's so important. Hopefully you've done it on the rainy days of April and May, but if you haven't, tip number 3 is go get wet. And what I mean by that is, when it's raining, and hopefully raining hard, not just like this, sometimes you just get a little drizzle. But when it's raining, put on your raincoat, your hat, umbrella, go outside and look for the water. Look for where it's going. It's so important to make sure that water is going away from the house. Okay? I can't tell you how important it is. So tip number 3 is watch your water. Go outside when it's raining. Make sure the flow of water is well away from your house. Make sure your downspouts are at least 6 to 10 feet away, and is directing water well away from your foundation. Make sure your garage has gutters and downspouts that are also leading away. Make sure that your gutters aren't leaking straight down or overflowed. I'll tell you, the biggest problem I see out there with shifting concrete, shifting foundations, is water. So make sure that water's out. In order to do it, you have to go out. You got to get wet during a rainstorm. It's great to be out there when it's dry, but it's not going to tell you anything, right? And usually you're not going to see the problem until it's too late. So make it a point. April, May, June, get out there and watch your water when it's raining. Make a list of the issues and have them resolved as soon as possible. Now, tip number they have stop mold before it starts here on Realtor.com, but water has a lot to do with that. You kill off water supply, to any mold, and you're gonna, get that mold to go dormant. They have prime your pool. Not, maybe 5% of my clients have pools, so I'm gonna pass on that. But here's a good tip, and it actually is in line for tip number 4 for me. It says here, eradicate pests. It is a great time to, if you believe in it, and there's probably some more organic ways to eliminate pests, but I always dust my lawn, for example, with ant killer and pest killer and insecticide, and it will kill, mosquito eggs as well. These are the things you want to take care of now, as opposed to in the dry spells of summer, and you notice that your lawn is being eaten away by grubs and ants. So I would definitely take care of that. Maybe pay somebody to come in, spray for spiders. Here where I am in Michigan, we do have a big spider issue. It just is what it is. So do that. Make sure you're watching how far away your vegetation is away from your house. You never want to have your vegetation growing on your house, and it can invite numerous forms of pests. And it says here to keep bird feeders at least 25 feet from your house. Now, I've never heard that before, but yeah, spilled seeds can attract rodents, but also birds and bird poop and all kinds of stuff like that. So keep the pests away. It's a great time to do it. Now, if you do have a sprinkler system, it's a great time to bring out a sprinkler company or do it yourself and just service those sprinklers. Make sure everything is in check. And lastly, make sure that you take care of your lawn equipment. If you happen to have the lawnmower, make sure the oil fuel level is in the proper level, and that you inspect or change out your spark plug. It's a great time to do it, especially before it gets too hot. So hey, I hope you found this helpful. Once again, this is Joe Sharp with Fathom Realty Michigan and SharpEyeForHomes.com. If you did find this helpful, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. I plan on doing some maintenance Mondays, and would love to see you back here next time. Once again, thank you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.